Good morning everyone. It's, as you can see, a lovely Saturday morning down on the allotment. Thought I'd do a video post today rather than an audio one, and just give you a quick tour. Can't remember, I think it's about a month, 3 weeks to a month since I last did a video post, so you probably see a few changes, not a lot, because things tend to slow down at this time of the year, and moving into winter, obviously less crops are growing, moving into sort of these things that are going to overwinter, or are going to sort of just go up to sort of early into the new year, of which we've got a few. So I'll give you a quick look round, and we'll see what we can see. Got quite a bit of weeding to do today. It's the main reason for coming down, particularly around sort of the Swedes and cabbages, which we're in another bit, and we'll look at those in a minute. But as you can probably see, there's quite a lot of weed growth under the netting, so you can lift the netting up, get under there, get the weeds out. Good time to do it. Starting to, as you can see, are going quite mildewy and developing a kind of white mould on the courgettes here. The actual sort of number of courgettes that we're getting has dropped off quite dramatically in the last couple of weeks. I can see 3 or 4, but back in the height of the summer there would have been anywhere between a dozen and 2 dozen on there. So as you can understand, quite a dramatic drop off. Sweet corn's over, needs to be pulled out, but kind of going to wait, I think, until the courgettes have had it before I do that, mainly because I don't want to kind of trample on the courgette plants just trying to pull the sweet corn out. Not doing any harm there. There's a few cobs that the squirrels have nibbled, which they're welcome to finish. They've started, so they'll finish. Celeriac, I don't think that's actually going to do anything now. And cut and come again lettuce, they're the purple. Probably keep going until we get a frost, and then that'll be that. As I think I said before, this bed's going to be next year's potato bed. It was this year's onion bed, and they didn't come to anything, unfortunately. Last weekend I put next year's onions in here. What have we got? 7 rows. I think it's 3 red and 4 yellow. I can just see 1 or 2 poking through. I've just taken a slightly different approach this year, in that I've covered them a bit more than I would normally. Normally what I would do is leave them relatively close to the surface and net them to stop the birds getting to them. But this year I've taken a different approach, just burying them just under the surface of the soil, and that way hopefully they will grow through. The birds won't get at them, but they'll also have a bit of insulation during the winter should we have a bit of a hard winter again. And they might do better as a result. We'll see. Just a theory, but it's worth trying, because a lot last year didn't do very well at all. Soft fruit, still a few autumn raspberries on there. Let's have a look. There's not many, not enough for a meal now, so I feel quite justified in picking and eating. Nice. Nothing like a morning chilled raspberry. I have potatoes in this bit, and what I'm going to do with this bed is completely turn it over to fruit. Got rhubarb, an apple tree, raspberries, gooseberries, loganberries in there, so and blackcurrant as well. So plan is, over the winter I'll give it a good weed, level it out a bit where the spuds were, mulch it down with a good bit of farmyard manure or compost, and then be ready for next year for more soft fruit. Runner beans are nearly all over now. Still a few there. What I should do now is just let those that are getting too big to eat just go to seed. With a bit of luck they'll be next year's runner beans. And then I don't trip over that big raspberry runner that seems to have decided to take off across the plot. Parsnips, had a few parsnips, they're doing really well. Carrots doing really well too. Huge great big dandelion in the middle of them though. Beetroot behind, and the sunflowers are over. I'm just leaving them for the birds really to get the seed from. So, and then we kind of move on to the next sort of lot of overwintering crops: cauliflower, kale and cabbage, and again they need a weed, so that's job for today. It's amazing how they go into weed-free soil, and within a couple of weeks the weeds are back. So that's really those two under netting. These are little mini cabbages that just don't seem to be producing any mini cabbages. They're supposed to produce them in the kind of pits of the leaf stalks, but as you can see, there is nothing. So don't quite know what's going on there. We shall see. Just a bit disappointing really, but hey ho, live and learn. Can eat the leaf, but I was hoping to get some of those mini cabbages, big Brussels sprouts, very typically English. Anyway, that's about it I think. As I say, not a lot. Oh, missed the leeks. Leeks are another crop that's going to take us through into the new year. There, some of those are ready for digging now. Others will wait a little bit longer, but yeah. So that's about it. Yeah, I think we'll stop it there. Might go and sit in my deck chair, have a cup of coffee before I start work. I hope wherever you are having a good weekend. The weather is as glorious with you as it is here, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care now. Bye bye.